Welcome to this week's episode of BobbyQ Cooks. I am going absolutely insane, quarantined, so I decided that I was going to do a meatloaf for the smoker this week. And this goes out to you, Steve Ryan, who had suggested, a friend of both mine and Morgan's. He said a meatloaf on the smoker is mind-blowing, so let's give it a shot. Now, I called my mother up just a few days ago. I said, Ma, how do you make your meatloaf? Because when I was growing up, her meatloaf was some of the best meatloaf I still to this day have ever had. So she gave me some tips on how to do this. So we've got a pound, I think we got 2 pounds of meat. We've got a half an onion. We got an egg. We got a teaspoon each of garlic powder, salt, and pepper. We've got almost, I'd say about 3/4 of a cup of ketchup. We've got about a half a cup of breadcrumbs, and we're gonna see what kind of mess we can make with this. Oh, and Ma, if you're watching, I'm putting onion in this. Now, when I was growing up, I hated when there was onion in the meatloaf. But I'm a big boy now. So I'm going to put onion in the meatloaf. I'm dedicating it to you. Now the fun part, the mix. Now, my mother said to me that when making meatloaf, you want to find a consistency that's not sticky but not dry. So somewhere in between a hamburger and a meatball. For those of you who make meatballs, I make meatballs, I know what that feeling is like. And for those of you who make hamburgers, you obviously know what a regular hamburger would feel like. So we really want to make sure that this sucker has moisture, like isn't too dry, but at the same time, doesn't stick to everything. And I think we've got ourselves a pretty good setup here, because this sucker is not sticking and it is nice and moist, so we may be ready to put it inside the forming tray. So if you can take a look now at my pan, I've got some plastic wrap in there. The reason for that is I'm going to form the meatloaf in there, and then I'm going to use the plastic wrap to pull the meatloaf out so that I can then put it onto the grill. Okay, and now we'll pull it out. So after a few hours, we have now left the meatloaf in the fridge just to kind of solidify a little bit, give us a little more structure, and I'm now going to pull it out and show you how well this little technique worked. And you can see the meatloaf keeps itself in a nice, wonderful loaf shape, just the way we wanted it. I am going to season it a little bit with my barbecue rub. Now, when seasoning something like this with the rub, we're not going to do it like we do with the brisket, or we do with pulled pork, or even what we do with the ribs. This is just a light coating, okay? This is just to give a nice little outer layer taste, season it a little bit, enhance the full potential of the meat. This is something my mom doesn't do, but I thought, why not give it a shot? So, to the grill. Coat the meatloaf with some barbecue sauce. Give it a nice little layer here. It's cooked nicely. It's got a little weird shape to it, but that's okay. It's gonna taste good no matter what. That's that. All right, the final product, the meatloaf, came off at about 155 degrees, which is medium. You cook yours however you want. If you like it rare, you can do rare. If you like it well done, well done. I have a feeling I may have to throw pieces back on just because Morgan likes things a little more well done when it comes to meat. But let's take just that look in the middle there. Nice and juicy in there. See that? Not bad at all. Let's take a little taste. See how we like it. Steve, this is for you. Mom, thanks for the recipe. Here goes nothing. Got a good smoky flavor in there. Use some hickory wood today. That's good. I really like the kick that the rub has on the outside. Really good. And the barbecue sauce is a nice touch. We use Sweet Baby Ray's. Stuff's good. It's our household brand. But that's our meatloaf. Take a look at it. Subscribe. Like us. See you next time.